They had us pledging liberty and justice for all in grades K through 12, and now they're mad that we want liberty.
That's because the Pledge of Allegiance was written to indoctrinate school children for Columbus Day, and it had nothing to do with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so back in 1800, it was 1892 actually, because 1492 was when Columbus sailed the ocean blue. So the 400th year commemoration of Columbus, they wanted something that was going to make the children proud to be American and that Columbus founded this nation, which we all know is a lie now. But anyway, so there was this contest in this Christian magazine that people subscribe to in this country to write a pledge for all school children to recite for the Columbus Day celebration, right? But so the story goes, nobody's pledge was good enough, so the guy who edited the magazine ended up having to come up with a pledge. And so the original pledge was, I pledge allegiance to my flag and to the republic for which it stands. However, in like the early 1900s, this happened in 1892, right? So this was right after the Civil War and all that kind of stuff. So black children were not included in this. Black children were not allowed to go to white public schools. So it wasn't even for us. But anyway, get back to the story. So then some years later in the 1900s, I want to say it might have been 19, like maybe another commemoration date, I can't remember, but it was the early 1900s when European immigrants were flooding into America. And when those white European immigrants were flooding into America, the white people started saying, wait a minute, we got these children saying, I pledge allegiance to my flag. They might be confused that it's the flag of the country that they came from. And we need them to subscribe to American ideals and not retain their ancestral cultures. So that's when it changed to, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. Because they didn't want no problems and trouble again, like the Civil War that they had, where people splitting up and pledging a different flag. It's the whole thing. I learned all this because years ago, my husband did a whole Bible study series to try to help people understand how we started conflating faith and politics, and a lot of the stuff that people are pushing into your head and indoctrinating you with that has to do with politics, and then they put faith in there. Yeah, you're not supposed to be doing that. That's not right. Y'all are conflating stuff. And anyway, and I was gonna do a whole series on it. I actually might do it now because quite honestly, right now, people need to be aware of how this country has propagandized people to believe certain things since they were children. It's literally indoctrinated into your mind. And we got to start undoing a lot of that if we ever want to crawl our asses out of this shithole that we have fallen into with the current legislative leadership monopoly that the Republicans have on our goddamn legislature. Because again, as I've said a million times before, none of this was meant for everybody to participate in. But now that it is illegal to keep us from participating in it, y'all got to participate in order to change it. You're letting the people who want the propaganda put more propaganda into your minds and legally when you don't participate in our legislative system. But that is another TikTok for another day. I just wanted to let everybody know that, yeah, the Pledge of Allegiance was propaganda, like every motherfucking thing in this country. Oh, and another thing, the one nation under God, yeah, that wasn't added until like the 50s. Dwight Eisenhower was the one who signed that into law. Again, legally indoctrinating you. Okay, good night.